And welcome back to Let's Talk News Now. I have with me a most intriguing young woman who, by the way, I have to start with an apology and say that I mispronounced the title of her book. I'm going to bring it right up here so everybody can see it. It is The Naked Truth in a Gentleman's Club. It is written by Valarie Amber, and we have Valarie here with us today. There's her blog site. You can get a chance to go to that as well. Valarie, I want to thank you so much for being. And by the way, this is not your first interview.
No, it's not.
No, you have been on NBC.
Have been on NBC.
And several other places, all because of your book. It's been quite the rage. And it's based here out of Las Vegas.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I have to ask, what compelled you to write this book? The Naked Truth in a Gentleman's Club?
Well, basically, I come from a business background. So I had to come and work as a dancer to get out of my own debt. And coming into this industry, I saw the potential that a dancer can make on money. So I was pretty shocked at the fact that there was no guide, no direction for these young ladies to have in order to stay safe, stay out of trouble, and stay out of trouble with the law. And a lot of girls were getting in trouble, good girls that were very well educated.
And when you say well educated, give me an example. What are you referring to as to how well educated?
Well, basically the girls are 70% college educated. They're all in college.
70%?
70% of the girls working in Las Vegas from all over the states.
You realize that 70% of the U.S. population is not college educated. So the idea of having a
college
dumb blonde or something as a stripper
of college registered young ladies.
Okay. All right.
Let me clear that up.
But the thing is, in all honesty, so the whole persona of, oh, she just does this because she's not smart enough to do anything else, so that's gone.
No, she's smart to do this because there is money potential. But they're too dumb in the industry to realize how it works, and they get into trouble, they get into drugs, they get into prostitution, in trouble with the law, and that's what the book is basically for, is to help these girls. If they're going to do this, you can't tell them not to do it, because they're going to do it. If they're going to do and work in this industry, help them along the way to do it right, make the most they can out of it, invest their money in education, and when they're done dancing in the industry, how to further their life without getting in trouble. And
that's what we were talking about, is that actually you are now working with colleges and universities, which I thought was hugely interesting and very, very compelling. Here at UNLV, your book is found in the Women's Resource Center?
Research.
Research, okay, sorry. And why would UNLV, you explain the relationship to me.
Well, I have 10 years experience in Las Vegas, particularly with the big high-end gentlemen's clubs. There's no one out there that's come out and really spoken the truth about what happens in these clubs with these young ladies. And I came out, and it was such a big necessity, really. And I ended up writing this book to help other young ladies because too many were coming forward with me, asking me for help in general. So I couldn't cover such a big ground. So that's why I ended up writing the book in particular. And the clubs realized that the truth in the book is the truth. They talked to a lot of their students, and the students were agreeing with it. So they decided to implement it in their studies, in their women's studies.
Okay, and so now, as looking from strictly a business standpoint, these women do make a pretty significant income, or can make a pretty significant
income. They can if they know what they're doing.
Okay, and then when you say significant, can we just an easy 6 figures?
I'm not going to say how much because I don't know if they report taxes.
Okay, I
don't want to get anyone in trouble.
Okay, all right.
Or myself.
Okay, so the point is this: but they can make a significant income. They can.
They can.
Then they can live off from that, and they can turn around and pay for their college education, or at least a portion of it.
Support their families, their kids, single moms. I mean, you have all types of women in this industry that recently have come on board, especially with the economy the way it is today, and single parents, single moms that don't have other skills. They don't have any other skills to get a job, and they feel, okay, I'm cute enough to do this in this industry, so it's easy, it's simple. Not simple.
Not simple,
not for everyone.
Yeah. And then now, but the kind of the numbers on it. Okay, you were saying that 70% of the women have some type of college education or attending school or something like that.
They're attending school. They are attending school. Yes.
And then the other side of that, though, is what percentage of the women will actually end up being, for lack of words, kind of locked into this and start down the path of drugs, prostitution, the underbelly side of the industry?
Well, it's basically the women with no skills, no education. the ones that are not aware of their surroundings and what really goes on in the industry, they just get suckered in by the fast talkers, the hustlers, that are trying to drag them into prostitution or drugs in order to make them go into prostitution. I mean, all that goes in hand. And because these young ladies are innocent about it, and they look for the innocent ones.
Right. The easy mark.
Yeah, it's the easy mark. And they end up getting in trouble when they shouldn't really be in trouble. I mean, we get in trouble with Metro. I mean, Metro is big in there.
Because of just that.
If you get a ticket or a ticket of prostitution or whatever it is inside of there, they call it prostitution or solicitation. That's a lifetime record. You could ruin your life. That
is Valarie Amber. The name of her book is The Naked Truth, a Gentleman's Club. We'll be back right after this with Dave Robbins from Metro.